So I've just had a very interesting conversation with the Jaguar technician when I went to pick my car up. So they've had a go at fixing all the faults I reported. Some of them they haven't been able to fix. Some of them they've partially fixed. So let's start with the centre console. We mentioned that before. The buttons in here, power in here wasn't working. Well, they fixed that. Basically what they've done there is they've changed the module, and it's now powering up all the time. There is still a fault which was present in the previous module and this current one, and they think is software related, where you can only play music on one of the USB ports. You can't get music off the other one, but it works fine for the phone, so I'm absolutely happy. I don't think there's a problem at all. I can use Apple CarPlay, I can use Android Auto quite happily, and also the Android in-control apps for my Android phone. So that's all working really well. Haven't had that problem where it was not starting up, not powering on, so I think they fixed that one, which is great. They've also updated the software on the Beckham, that's the battery control module. I don't know what the E stands for now, I'll have to look that one up, but basically the Beckham is the control module. I think they've also updated the entertainment system, because I think I was on 18C before, it's now 18D. I'll double check back on that and see where I was. But yeah, that's really good.
So I'm about to fit the 70mm camera, and some people refer to it as the 70mm camera, 70 MAI. It's made by Xiaomi in China, but it's a very good camera. We saw the results of it earlier on the previous video. The quality of the recording is excellent. Sound maybe not quite so, but the quality of the recording is really good. So it's quite a clever idea, this, because you get this electrostatic mounting plate basically. So you pull off the back of it, which is that bit there, and then stick it to the windscreen, and then you stick the camera onto this, so you can then easily remove the camera at a later date, and you can kind of re-stick it 3 or 4 times and it's okay. Work from this side of the car because it's going to be slightly easier to find my way around, so hopefully I'll be able to give you a view of what I'm doing and show how it all fits together. I haven't quite worked out what the cable route is going to be yet. I think I can come from here around the side here, up through the lining, probably down through this bit here, round the edge. I'm not quite sure where I go there now, though, whether I can get through here. We'll see. It's whether it's feasible to do that. I'll probably maybe I'd take through the headline a bit here and round and down the edge of the rubber. That might be the better route to go, but we'll see what we've got. There is an airbag in there, so we've got to avoid that. That's always a problem. So maybe the idea is to come down here and round this bit before we get to the airbag and then through. Always worth being careful where you've got airbags. Okay, so we're going to start by sticking this on. Probably want to clean the screen a little bit before we do that. See what we can do. I've got the rattling. Got some screen wipe, glass cleaning wipes. They're a bit wet these, so I'll dry it off straight away afterwards. Obviously, you want as much visibility through the area where the camera's going as possible. I think that looks quite good. I've already got this on one of the electrostatic mounts. It's from the previous installation. Obviously that's not sticky anymore, I've left it exposed, but this bit's still pretty sticky, so that should stick quite happily onto the new mount. But it does give me an idea of where I need to fit it. So this bit, this is actually the GPS module. So it's not actually really needed in the iPads, but I put it there for future use in case they do start putting GPS tracking on the camera. So it mounts like that and it slides off the top like so. It needs a good, I don't know, basically that much space to actually be fitted to be able to come off. So we want it to come down a little bit from there. So I'm just going to offer it up using this to give me an idea of where I could put it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off slightly. And peel it. What I found it's best to do is sort of peel it slightly diagonally, because that gives you somewhere to grip it still. And then you can level it up vertically. That's looking good. A slight angle. Difficult to tell. Let's go outside and just see if that's all an angle. It's slightly at an angle, but it actually looks quite good, so we're going to stick with that. So that's good. And now we need to stick the camera module on. So I found this easier to do when you've got the camera in place, because you want to be able to stick in place, so that can actually come off. Now
The camera is actually on the left. I probably should have moved that sticker slightly over to the right, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to line up. That allows for that anyway, so I'm going to stick it on the square part of this backing strip and try to be quite neatly on the windscreen. It's not going anywhere, but it's stuck firm. And can we slide it off? We can, yeah, so that's perfect. Slide it on and slide it off. You can take these electrostatics off about 2 or 3 times without too much problem. But I think that's about as close as you want to get to that to be able to take that off easily. So the next thing obviously is to wire it up. Now, it comes with a very long cable which plugs in on the side pointing upwards. So it's this way, and the top of that unit goes that way. It should actually hold itself. Now, see, one of the problems is anything I do has to be removable. I can't do a permanent fix because this is a company car, and it's got to go back to the leasing company, so it's got to be easily removable at the point that lease ends. So I can't do anything which is going to do any damage to any trim. So all I can do is try and fix things as best as I can, and hopefully they'll stay in place. I really could do some way of holding that in place there. Yeah, let's try that. That's looking good. So hopefully we can do this down here, run it through this piece and under. And then only place it's exposed is here. Perfect. That's pretty good. That's the right way up, into there. I don't think that's too untidy, that. And possibly could do tuck in a little bit of this cable away, but that's relatively easy to do. There's plenty of room here for pretty good to me. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's quite a good neat fit. It goes around the edge, up the top. You really don't notice it on top. You do notice it a little bit dangling down behind the unit there, but we'll see what we can do with that to tidy it up. So it's quite a neat fit from the outside. It almost looks like it's part of the car. I'll need to adjust where the lens position is in a second. If you look from my point of view behind the mirror, I can't see it. So yeah, pretty neat. Oh, it's another drizzly day. Anyway, hopefully I'm going to be able to pick up a charge down at the NG charger today while I'm shopping. So this is how I lay out my dashboard. I have the single dial in the centre with the 2 outer panels. Quite like that because it makes the speed very obvious. Now they probably don't need that because of the head-up display. So I absolutely adore my reversing camera on this bit. I can see exactly where I am, but I'm not going to hit the post. And line up perfectly. Keep going back. So I'm close enough to stop. Put it on charge. So I need to undo the car, the front of the car, to get the battery out. Get the cable out, I should say, not battery. Get the battery out would be fun, wouldn't it? Just come along and get the battery out. Here's the cable. And we just have to plug this in down here. Oh, I love how the table gets into a tangle. It should be okay there. So this is ready. Let's plug this in. It says it's ready, so that's good. Seems to work quite nicely. Bit of a slam, but it does slush it. So that's good, all good. Now interestingly, because I got out of the car, it hasn't locked. If I had just opened the hatch, started charging, it would have locked. Anyway, let's lock the car and get out there. Can I open the car and not stop it? Yeah, it can stop. So opening the car actually puts it into initialising mode again. Now showing 199 miles, which is pretty good going, really. Quite pleased with that. In the short time I was here. Definitely had a heavy foot today, 249 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. Yes, I wouldn't get very far on that, would I? It really doesn't like very short journeys with the air conditioning on, it has to be said. So I've done 707 miles in this car now. Really enjoying driving it. It's a very, very nice car to drive. Okay, we've got to get out of this car now. As you can see, it's pretty tight. This is why this rubber strip is very, very useful, because I can basically push it against it and not worry that I have a struggle to get out. And it is a tight squeeze. I mean, I'm going to squeeze quite tightly to get out of here, but as you can see, the edge of the car is protected. And I'm out. Now, one thing I definitely have to do is lock the door and let the mirror come in, because otherwise I'd never be able to get past there. It's a tight old squeeze, but it is in.